Sincere, the Thrift Witch here. We're going to do things a little different this time. I recently received a button from this lady that I ran into at the local thrift store. She said that it was something that came from the Black Eyed Children. Now, I don't know all about that, but I do know this. There is a very specific case that happened not too far from where I grew up in Texas. Brian Bethel had stopped believing that silence was empty. That night in Abilene, Texas, silence felt crowded. The movie theater parking lot sat under buzzing lights, half dead and flickering like they were tired of staying on. The building itself was closed, posters peeling, glass dark, doors locked. Brian sat in his car, engine off, pen in hand, balancing a checkbook on his knee. Mundane things, adult things, the kind of tasks that make you feel simply safe because they're boring. Pen in hand, balancing a checkbook on his knee. Mundane things, adult things, the kind of tasks that make you feel simply safe because they're boring. And something moved at the edge of his vision. A soft knock landed on the driver's side window. Not a bang, not a scrape, a request. Brian looked up. Two boys stood there. They were young, 10, maybe 12, but something about them resisted age. Hooded sweatshirts hung loose on thin frames. Their skin was pale in a way the parking lot lights couldn't quite touch, as if the illumination stopped an inch short of their faces. They hadn't approached from anywhere Brian could remember seeing. One moment, the lot was empty. The next, they were there. Quick remember, kids, don't just spawn in closed movie theater parking lots. But I'm no investigative journalist or anything like that. The older boy spoke. "Hey, mister." His voice was calm, flat, carefully controlled, like someone copying human speech without understanding why tone mattered. "We need a ride." This is where your brain says, be polite, and your instincts say, absolutely not. It is time to go. "Where are your parents?" Brian asked. "Our mom is inside," the boy said, nodding towards the theater. Brian glanced past them. The building was dark, locked, dead. No cars, no movement. "I can't help you," Brian said. The younger boy stepped closer to the window. Too close. "Please," he said. "She'll be angry if we're late." Brian noticed that neither boy blinked. Their faces barely moved when they spoke. Their mouths opened just enough to form words like masks slipping instead of muscles working. His heartbeat started to race. "Look at us," the older boy said. Brian didn't want to. He did anyways. Their eyes were completely black. Not dark brown, not shadowed. Black. No whites, no pupils, no reflection of the parking lot lights, just smooth, endless darkness, like holes punched through their faces. Brian's breath caught painfully in his chest. His skin prickled as if his body recognized a predator his mind couldn't name. Also, this is not really dark brown or shadows that make their eyes look black. This is some whole nother mother of the something. The younger boy smiled. "You have to let us in," he said. Brian realized something terrifying then. He hadn't decided to be afraid. Every instinct screamed at once. His hands shook so badly, the pen slipped from his fingers and clattered onto the seat. "We can't come in unless you let us," the older boy said. There was irritation in his voice, not pleading, not fear, impatience. Any story that introduces rules is already a problem. No, thank you. Thank you. Bye, little fella. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Brian dropped the checkbook, grabbed the keys, and shoved them into the ignition. The boys reacted instantly. "Wait!" the older boy snapped. The calm was gone. His voice cracked with sudden anger, sharp and raw like something breaking through a thin disguise. "We can't come in unless you let us." Not want. Okay, can't. Those are very different words. That is some vampire shit. I'm going to need you to get the out of there, kind sir. Brian turned the key and floored the gas. Thank goodness. The tire screamed, gravel sprayed in the rearview mirror. The boys boys didn't chase him. They didn't wave, they didn't shout, they just stood there, watching. They didn't chase him, which somehow makes it worse. Like in every horror movie, the characters run, then bam, machete to the face. He could see them watching until he cleared the parking lot, but I really don't think that made a difference. Brian didn't stop driving until the pressure in his chest felt unbearable. When he finally pulled over, Brian didn't stop driving until the pressure in his chest felt bearable. When he finally pulled over, his hands were numb, his jaw ached from clenching. If you're yelling, drive right now, bruh, same. Why stop? Seriously, why stop the car? You haven't seen every horror movie that's ever existed that the second you slow down, the serial killer catches up to you and then bam, you're dead. I feel like some people never grew up watching horror movies. Life lessons. Years later, Brian would write about what happened. Carefully, without exaggeration. He didn't claim to know what the boys were. He didn't sign them names or origins. He just told the truth. But one detail stayed with him more than anything else. They never forced him. They never touched him. They never chased him. They only asked. Whatever they were, they needed permission. This is why I don't want to be rude is a dangerous sentence. Don't ever let me hear y'all say, a little politeness can't kill you. And that rule, yeah, that's the part that keeps people awake. I didn't make this story up. This is a real journalist claiming this actually happened. So just a heads up, if creepy little kids pop up, you don't owe them anything. Not access to your car, your house, or your life. You should probably just get on down the road real quick and in a hurry. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and follow if you like this type of content from a new voice in the crowd. This is Sincere the Thrift Witch, and goodbye.